Joe, you're live.
Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Cool.
Don't say anything bad, Joe. You're live.
Oh no. Cheese muffins.
Hey, Morgan's there.
I'm dropping my emoji.
Good. We needed to get an update. An update from Morgan on the Minifigure Factory.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he said he got it.
Have you gotten that
building?
Have you gotten that yet, Morgan? Oh, he did say he got it already.
Yeah, on the Joy of Building last week. He said he got it, and the print was smaller than he thought.
Sorry, guys. We're running a little late this morning. Daniel and a special guest are on their way. They'll be here a little late, and they're going to take Joe's spot.
I'll say I wasn't even going to be on here, so.
Joe, talk about something.
Talk about something. There's the Hogwarts train. Spoil that. It's over there. Just kidding. Someone
right.
got it instead of the big castle. Speaking of the big castle,
Can you guys hear us okay? We just plugged the mic in.
Mark got his castle, so he's super excited about that. Brick Fire said language. Yeah, sorry, cheese muffins is a little vulgar. My bad. Brick Mob VA said good morning.
How's the volume? Can you guys hear us okay?
Sorry about that. Yeah, the volume's good.
Sounds good. Okay.
Morgan said I received it and it was fine, but I made the details a bit too small. It looks bigger on the screen when you are editing, he said.
Oh,
so
okay.
make it bigger if you're gonna do it.
I see that. Are you happy with it, and would you order another one?
Corey said, hi Joe, what's up? Grumpy said, sound good, audio good. Bricklord's in the chat. Scott Skiller said, hi, good morning. Good morning.
Hey, Schiller,
you're right.
Hey, Bricklord. We got to meet Bricklord at Brick Fair, Virginia.
Oh, sweet. Awesome.
Yep. It was awesome.
It's great.
We'll talk about Brick Fair more here in a minute once Daniel and Noah get here. We got a special guest with us on the morning break.
He did a podcast with us once. One of our
yeah, he's been on the show
studs,
before. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the Aston Martin.
Oh yeah.
So Grant brought it in yesterday. I had already seen pictures of it, and I was like,
"It's amazing!
That is amazing."
But then seeing it in person, it was really good.
You know what's amazing is it looks way better than the big one.
It does.
Like
yeah.
I don't buy very many Lego sets because I mean for personal use because
a big one right there.
get them. You know,
yeah.
I touch them
all
day,
time.
every day.
Yeah.
And so I'm a huge James Bond fan. The big Aston Martin came out, and I was like, that's cool.
It is cool.
I'm kind of a minifigure scale guy, though, so this Aston Martin looks so much better than the big one.
It is
I'm going to go buy that this week.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put it
I don't even know anything about James Bond, because I haven't watched any of them, and I might buy it, honestly. It just looks so accurate and so amazing.
In fact, this might get me into buying all of the Speed Champions now.
I got my first one last week, and it's dangerous because they're all really cool.
Yep. Yeah. I've always liked them, but I've never actually bought any.
Yeah. Grant and Vogan are so into them.
Yeah. Yeah, Ray, we survived Brick Fair. It was awesome. We're going to talk more about Brick Fair later because Noah and Daniel are coming in.
Hopefully.
So let's see. We've got... we don't have Brick Slopes coming up, but Brick Slopes Utah is coming up in the end of August.
Mark's going to that, right?
And Mark and Steven are going to that. They did not go to Brick Fair, Virginia, and everybody was like, where's Mark and Steven? Where's Mark and Steven? There actually were not very many Lego Masters at Brick Fair, Virginia this year. Last year, they were all there.
Yeah.
This year, there was... oh gosh, let's see. Randall from season 2. He was the only person there from season 2.
Wow.
That's surprising.
That is really
because they were all
surprising.
at Brick World almost.
Yeah.
You know?
That's crazy.
And then there was one guy from season 1, Mel, was there. And then a couple people from season 3. So I don't know if they they didn't offer to pay for the hotel rooms or something.
Because the show's not out, so it's
yeah. But Carrie and Patrick, the team,
yes.
I think their tagline is the Grandpappies. That's who they were cast as. Patrick had his Mustafar mock there, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And he told us all his plans of tearing it down and making it better.
Oh, nice.
And Kerry had a lot of smaller mocks there, but they were all really good.
Nice.
So they're both good builders, not just grandpappies.
They actually are builders too.
It'll be interesting to see how well they do on Lego Masters this fall.
For sure.
Yeah, and they're both awesome guys. So I like them a lot.
I'm gonna be both. Yeah.
I'm gonna be rooting for them. Also, Dom was there.
Yeah.
From the season. So.
The large Aston Martin has amazing play features. Morgan said the ejector seat. Yeah, that's something they can't do in the small one. So that is cool that you get the ejector, the switching license plates, the machine gun under the hood.
But I was thinking, so Grant brought his in, and it really didn't seem to have any weaponization on it. But that's awesome because we can add it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, we can trick it out, and then you
totally
can have your own custom Aston Martin.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if anybody else has seen the new James Bond yet, but it is very good.
I mean, I need to watch them. I haven't seen any of them.
Daniel Craig is looking old in it. Stop looking for Daniel out there, Joe. Look up here.
I'm done. I have no news, y'all. I didn't prepare.
I don't know. We'll see what Daniel's excuse is from running late, but he was here doing the Whatnot auction late last night. How did that go? If anybody participated in that?
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that they grabbed the new Speed Champion or they really liked it. It looks amazing. And the Dom's Charger, I haven't seen that one yet, but Grant got that one as well, and he said it's amazing as well.
They made Dom's Charger for Speed Champions?
Yeah, so both those released August 1st. And the first Speed Champions has to come with Minifigs.
I think I missed Dom's Charger because I was so distracted by the Austin.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
So
it is better.
You can see the new James Bond on either Amazon Prime or Paramount Plus, but it's free on there now. How's Angie doing with her Winter Village? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm sure it's coming along.
Yeah. In fact, we could get an update from Angie. Should we get an update? Ask her to come in here before Daniel gets here.
Grumpy said he bought 2 sets last night. No regrets. So that's good. Bricklore said it was a fun auction last night. Sweet.
Yeah, a Speed Champions Lightning McQueen would be awesome.
We talked
Actually,
about that.
the whole Cars line would be really cool.
Brick Virus brought that up on the Joy building, and we all started listing off, because there's that Finn McMissile guy who's kind of like the James Bond of the Cars universe.
Well, what I don't like about Speed Champions is they're all race cars.
Yeah.
I like the Aston Martin so much because it's not a race car, it's a real vehicle. So I would like to see more real classic. Like, I'd love a Corvette Stingray.
Have you seen the
black one?
Dark red Corvette? The 8 wide? It came in a dual pack.
Yeah.
That's the one I got because of the old Corvette, because it's just a classic car.
Yeah, they made a couple of them.
But most of them are
not
race
very
cars,
many. And you put all those, you don't have to put the stickers on, but...
There's a lot of stickers.
Yeah. Yeah, Morgan, Angie made a mock for Morgan's 25th wedding anniversary,
which was awesome. It really was.
It looked amazing. Like she did a really good job, and there was a lot that she put into that.
Oh yeah,
she really worked hard on that. A lot of hype from last night's Whatnot auction. Last night's Whatnot auction must have been really good because Daniel's not here yet. He's late. And that's not like Daniel. Daniel's always on time or early. So must be Noah's fault.
Yeah. Out late.
Speed Champions should make licensed vehicles like the DeLorean, the Turtle Van, the Mystery Machine. Speed Champions is so popular and perfect. They've kind of proven that they can make almost any car in that size. Yeah. And make it look good.
They totally can do that.
I think they're just going to keep going with it. I wouldn't be surprised if they rebrand the name Speed Champions to something else make
you
it.
Decided to show up?
You're not going to believe this. Out in the parking lot. What did we see out in the parking lot?
We saw an Aston Martin.
Yeah. There's an Aston Martin parked out there.
Uh-huh.
Seriously?
Yeah.
No, Chris, it's Aston.
Yeah,
Sorry.
listen, I wasn't gonna correct him.
I
I was just letting him.
I
I was gonna leave it alone, y'all.
Well,
Here,
it's
take my
you
spot.
say, you know, I'm
I
from
need
the
to grab one more
South. We
chair.
say Austin.
No, I'm getting
so.
out. You
All
go.
good, all good, all good. I'm out here. All right. Just put this right here.
Yeah, I think they're gonna change the rebrand Speed Champions to something else to encompass more types of cars. All right, you guys are live, so have a seat here.
Well, if you want the real reason that we're late,
Yeah.
here's my brickie for Best Micro. And here is what remains of the build that won it.
What
This
happened?
Fell out of my trunk as I was loading up the car and broke into about as many pieces as it could have. So that'll be fun
And
to
what
work
was
on
that?
later. This was the Knives Out Mansion.
Knives Out Mansion.
Yep,
Okay, I never
so-
saw that.
I
I
got
didn't
pictures
know.
of
I
it.
didn't know you brought it. I only thought you brought the Lego Island
No.
mock.
I can't believe you didn't know that I had the Citron
I
monorail
looked at that
either.
Citron a lot because
It
I
had
was
the
trying to
same
figure out
background
what was
design.
going on and everything. I mean, it was awesome. It
Yeah.
was great and really neat. So, but that figures that you did it because it's classic Lego.
Thank you. Yeah,
Um,
I enjoyed it.
And
Citron's very
this
cool.
is Noah here from Germany,
How's it
and
going,
he was at Brick Fair representing Rebel Lug.
That's right.
part
As
of
well
Rebel
as
Lug,
well
right?
as the Salty Bros, of course.
Oh, are you a salty bro?
I'm a Salty Bro.
I
that's
don't.
right.
What are the salty bros?
So the Salty Bro, it started out as a Salty Lug way back when, and it sort of just developed into the Salty Bros because there's a lot of lugs out there,
Mhm.
and so instead of having another lug out there, we're the Salty Bros, and it's just
Okay.
a group of people that are good friends. A lot of us met up at Brick Fair, and yeah, just in general, like we added people from other like countries and whatnot, so it's just a lot of fun to.
And
hang
you
out on
guys were
Discord.
salty because you were never winning brickies.
I mean, maybe, maybe.
Now it seems like the Salty Bros are cleaning up, though.
But
It's kind of
we
the
are
opposite.
cleaning up. We got 6 awards.
bring
among
yours
us.
over here.
Oh, okay, I didn't want to like flex too much, but yes, I won a Bricky Award as well.
This is nice looking. I mean, this is pretty cool. It's got the it's engraved Brick Fair, Virginia, Best Micro, and it's kind of like a metallic engraving.
Yep.
And do you have to put it together yourself?
Yeah. So when you win, the person for your category comes by, and they hand you your two engraved bricks, and then the bag of the rest of the parts. So they make up a bunch of these kits, and it
That's
comes
right.
with instructions.
Best
They're,
Vignette.
Best vignette.
Oh, I should.
Well,
I
you
should
say
run for
vignette.
that
We
one.
say vignette here. in the
Vignette.
South.
Okay,
Yeah.
vignette.
Vignette,
Sounds
spaghetti.
good. Sounds good.
You should
Yeah.
do an Austin
okay.
Martin vignette.
We were listening. We were listening on the way here, and we were like, okay, Austin Martin. This is interesting.
And then you said it like a second and third time, and I was like, is he just doing this to mess with Joe or to see if he calls him out on it?
Well, Aston sounds kind of like a cuss word.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
Sean
okay,
Aston?
I see that. I see
No?
that.
Bricklore said it was nice meeting you Sunday. Daniel.
Yes, it was good to meet you too, Bricklore. I was glad. I think he enjoyed my Lego Island as well. That's what I was talking about.
Grumpy J says next whatnot auction, Daniel
Nope.
will auction off his trophy.
Nope.
I'll just remove that from the equation just in case.
Nope.
Bring it over here though.
No,
That's
no,
great.
no,
That's
of
great.
course, of course.
I wanted to bring in a something for the a show and tell that I brought back, but we did a
Your soccer trophy
We did
again?
we did a podcast yesterday about Brick Fair with Daniel and Noah and Ben and Jillian.
Yep.
And all 5 of us were on it, and that's going to come out. I don't know if we can get it out this Friday for Between the Studs, but it'll be out at least by next Friday. But that was like an all-encompassing, perfect, not all-encompassing, but a perfect recap of
Yeah.
Brick Fair, Virginia. So
we were
won't-
very thorough, so it
we
may
won't
take a while
talk
to
about
edit.
it too much today because there's a lot to see in that video.
Yep.
I would like to talk about the Bricklink email that came out, and I don't know if that went out. Did you read it yet?
I saw the one regarding Luke and the C-3PO.
Yeah.
for sure,
So I don't know if it went out to all the buyers or just the sellers.
Went out to sellers.
I did not get it
sellers
as a buyer.
only.
Yeah.
Okay. So the sellers, Bricklink sellers, got an email from Bricklink, and it said that they have acknowledged that there's, and it was a very passionate email. Like this is really bad, blah 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 blah. But they've acknowledged that there's a lot of counterfeit minifigures, and when I say a lot, I mean like a few counterfeit minifigures going out there on Bricklink for sale, and there's a lot as the quantity. So if somebody lists like 1,000 of these brand new Luke Skywalkers, you know it's going to be one of these counterfeit minifigures. And from what I could tell, they were talking about the ones that are being made with real Lego parts in the Lego factory after hours.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, this has been going on for like ever since I've been on Bricklink, like 10 years.
Wow.
It's been going on. There was a guy in Texas that always had hundreds and hundreds of the best minifigures. And you know those had to have been coming over from the Mexican factory, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And then they started popping up in California, and I was assuming they were just coming from the Chinese factory, but one of them in particular was Deadpool. And we always assumed where else could they come from? They're made out of real Lego parts. And the Deadpool, the difference is it has a blocked stud on top. It's all real Lego printed in a Lego factory. I'm assuming. And then the real one has the breathe through head. So the real Deadpool has that breathe through head. Right now, I think I haven't looked yet, but somebody did tell me at the convention this past weekend that on Bricklink it says under the Deadpool figure there's 2 variations. So the real variation, I think we're going to start to see skyrocket in price.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Now that people are
But
looking
the
for
only
it.
difference is the head, so it's just the head that's going to go up. So.
No, that was news to me because you told me yesterday about that, and I did hear a couple of things regarding like counterfeit Lego in this case, even though it's made obviously by Lego. But that was news to me because I've heard over the years, like in Europe, for example, there are a number of sellers that will like stockpile a certain minifig, and they'll just wait literally years and years till that price rises, and then start slowly putting them back into the market, as not to flood the market, but also to raise, sell them at a higher price. And I was very like confused because I had heard all these things about Deadpool too, and so I was like, oh, interesting, that could be a thing, or that is a thing, and interesting about that.
Now, speaking of the Mexico factory, they've announced a $500 million plan to expand the Mexico factory by several, probably 1,000 or million square feet. So they're going to be expanding that in the next few years, in addition to the $1 billion factory that's opening in Virginia in, I think, 2025 is when that's slated to be finished up. So we're going to see a lot of ramped up capacity here to support the North American market.
Somebody that I would consider kind of an insider, because this was at Brick Fair, Virginia, and he lived nearby where they're going to open up the factory in Chesterfield. I think Chesterfield is the name of the town.
Chesterfield,
I think that's the county, maybe.
He said that he has a friend that is it's contracted to work inside the factory. And he said that they're not going to produce anything there. It's just going to be storage.
Really?
Makes sense.
But from what I read in the news articles, it sounded like it was going to be a factory.
Right.
So I don't know if maybe they're just going to use it for storage at first and then start producing things. I don't know. But they may not actually produce anything there. We'll have to see.
I remember because there was another article where they were posting a lot of the job listings, and there were things like mold technicians and mold cleaners and things like that.
Yeah.
Things that sounded related to production.
So maybe they'll start with storage and then go to, because storing things is kind of boring.
Yeah.
A factory would be a lot cooler.
Well, it probably takes quite a bit of money to get all of those molding machines, so maybe they sort of purchase those over time and kind of build it up.
Yeah, Chris McBricker said
I do that all the time.
maybe Lego can step it up and place interactive RFD chips in figs like Mario. Well, I don't think they would do that. It would be too expensive. But even if they did, these are made in a Lego factory, so the RFD chips might actually work on the counterfeit minifigures. So
this is a very unprecedented issue.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, and that's what Lego gets when they start opening these factories in unsecured areas, like China or Mexico or wherever else. We've had I've personally seen figures leak out of the Mexico factory, and they were all damaged,
Oh.
and they were supposed to be thrown away, and they didn't get thrown away. I was buying them through like this third party, like third, fourth, fifth party through a friend that was getting them from the factory. And when I got them, they never noticed it. They all had chips in them, and they were all damaged like heavily in some way. And these chips aren't bite marks; they were actual chips.
Wow.
So they were just seconds that were supposed to get thrown away, and somebody was keeping them.
Yeah.
So this was quite a while ago. They were all the Scooby-Doo figures.
Wow.
So
And those have obviously jumped up in price.
I
now.
got my money back. I was like, I don't even want these. I think we threw them in the Build-A-Fig or something.
Okay.
I mean, they really weren't worth much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Let's see what else we got.
Okay, so Brick Mom Virginia makes a good point. She said storage probably wouldn't employ the numbers that they were talking about employing.
That's true.
Yeah, because
too.
it's like
The number of jobs.
1,700 employees or something like that.
Well, it would be interesting because, like, here in the U.S., obviously, to produce anything or to develop anything, it costs more, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the reason why they have a factory in China or the reason why they have a factory in Mexico, and it's nothing against those people that are living in those countries, but it's just simply cheaper to produce items in those countries.
Yep.
It's the same thing in Europe. Like, most people are not going to produce things in Germany if they can produce it in the Czech Republic because, the way of living or the cost of living in the Czech Republic is just lower than living in
Labor's a
Germany.
lot cheaper.
Yeah, so labor's a lot cheaper. That's just in general how it works. I mean, simple economics really to like figure out where you want to have like the lowest cost to produce your product.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a shame with like all that is going on right now in Mexico and in China. But you also have to think about maybe these people that are like sneaking the minifigures out and doing this type of thing. It's just a way to make some extra money on the side because,
And Brickvirus also brings up he heard Lego will be making a factory in Vietnam as well, and that news came out before the Virginia factory, and it just seems like an odd place to make a factory. I don't know. Maybe labor is cheaper.
a lot of
there.
stuff is also
Probably,
produced in
yeah.
Vietnam. Yeah.
Yeah. Morgan also makes the point, I'd be surprised if they were spending $1 billion on a warehouse. So,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We have that too.
Connor Cragen says, Rocket Racer here who loved your Lego Island mod.
Oh, nice. Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah. Let's see. Contra Bricks Build Craze. Hello guys, it's 11:45 at night here in Australia. Didn't think you guys would be on live.
Yeah, time zones
Yeah, it's
unfortunately are a thing.
it's the evening brick if you're in Australia.
There you go.
Yeah. Let's get into some news. What's the best news you got?
The best? Oh,
best.
okay. All right, let's see what's the best. Well, the Hogwarts Express. Most people may or may not have already heard about that by now, but man, Lego really, really screwed themselves on this one. Somebody ordered a Lion Knight's Castle, and in the mail they received a package containing the Hogwarts Express set. Let's see, is it $500 or $600?
It's going to be $500.
$500? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which had not even been leaked or teased at the time. And since then, Lego has now fast-tracked their release. So they have officially released it now.
Footage and
as
everything
kind of
too.
as kind of a not really even a cover-up, but
I'd be happy with that.
damage control.
I mean, I'd be disappointed I didn't get my castle, but I would be super stoked
To
that
get
I
a
got
new
that.
set. Yeah.
Mark posted a picture on his Instagram of him holding the castle, and I said, "Would you have been more disappointed or excited if you'd got the Hogwarts Express instead?" He said excited because he would sell the Hogwarts Express for $1,000 on eBay and buy 3 castles or something.
Yeah, that's I could see him doing that.
Yeah.
One mega castle. Yeah.
But anyway, it's a good looking set. A lot of really good figures. Some that we've never gotten before, like the older versions of Harry and Ginny and all their kids. And there's a lot of nice scenes inside that one with some pull quotes from the different movies. I think they have a scene from the first one, the third one where the Dementor comes on the train, and then I believe it's the 6th one where there's Malfoy in the suit and Luna with her crazy glasses and stuff.
There's also, I think, one Harry Potter minifigure from the last movie as well. Him as like a dad, and then with his son.
Right. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
It's them and their 3 kids and some other generic students. Let's see, I can probably find
It
a
is
picture
a
of it pretty
minifigure
easily.
scale train.
It's very large, yeah.
I would assume it's minifigure scale for that price. Too.
It looks like it. It is the most detailed, like, undercarriage for a train that I've ever seen produced from Lego. Oh gosh, you see photos of it everywhere.
If you go, to
This
that
one?
one. It's
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah, here, let's see if I can zoom in on it. Although Instagram's always funny about zooming because you got to hold it. It also comes with a exclusive printed ticket, platform 9 3/4 ticket. Now, not a Lego piece, like a paper ticket.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
And I don't think it really doesn't say Lego anywhere on it. It just looks kind of like a prop replica, really. I'll show that off too because I think that's the first time I've seen a picture of it. So there's the
Sort of reminds me of
replica
that
ticket there.
letter that you got with the I forget which Harry Potter set that was.
the big
So
the big one with the owl.
Yeah,
That's true. This
correct.
could be maybe this is on
It's
a
like
Lego
one that you
piece.
could sign similarly like that.
It could be an 8x16 tile.
almost like a UCS plaque.
Right. Yeah. That would make more sense than a paper ticket.
Contrabrick said that he heard multiple people got the train instead of the castle, which makes sense if they did it for one.
Yeah, I heard it was at least a few. There was the first person had posted it on Reddit, I believe.
Christmas Bricker, Chris McBricker, Christmas Bricker.
We're gonna get that right one time. It's a little bit of a tongue
He
twister.
said it's blue gauge, good for big trains and a long overdue train for the old school train builders.
For sure. Yeah, I don't know how well I can zoom and hold it up to the camera, but the undercarriage details on the train are just really unlike anything we've seen before. There's some really big wheels on the front engine. I don't know if we've ever gotten wheels that big before. I think that's the previous biggest size we've gotten. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know if any of those people have actually built theirs or not. Although we got the official images now, so you can see a little more close-ups. Yeah, I think that's a new wheel size.
Definitely another interesting larger set.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, in general, it's interesting with all the larger sets that have come out in the past couple of years. I know that people have noticed that just in general in the community. And, like, I've heard multiple people comment on that and just say that, hey, Lego sort of needs to slow down when it comes to all the larger sets. Of course, they're trying to, appeal to a larger audience because there is such a demand for Lego right now. But, yeah, at times I feel like, oh, wow, there's a ton of several $100 sets that are coming out. And,
So,
yeah.
Brick Jedi and then Grumpy J also agreed. He said Lego did that on purpose, and I'm assuming they're talking about sending the train instead of a castle. Now, being in the shipping industry I've been in the shipping industry for over 20 years now because I was in logistics before this, and I would not ever do that on purpose because it really makes you look bad, like you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
And that person, a lot of those people could care less about that train.
Well,
even if it's worth more, they expected to get that castle. And even Mark said he would be excited. Mark would still be very disappointed he did not have his castle waiting for him when he got home.
Yeah.
So even with these gift with purchases, some of them are very expensive, they're valuable. A lot of the people aren't asking for those gift with purchases. That's why they bring them in and we trade them into us and we get so many of them because they could care less about those gift with purchases. So I don't think they did it on purpose. I think they have such a screwed up logistics network, their new logistics network that they have. They have a lot of new stuff going on. They have that new pick-a-brick, bricks and pieces, the way they're shipping out. We got bricks and pieces in the mail from Lego this past spring, and we opened the box, and all we could smell is cigarette smoke.
Really?
Yeah,
And
that's a
from Lego
mistake.
directly.
And they did
Interesting.
not do that on purpose.
No.
So I think they made a mistake with that. I think that's there's a lot of things, leaks and stuff you could do to accidental, but get a cool promotion from
Yeah.
it. But I don't know. I think that's kind of a big mistake.
I don't think that's any kind of
Yeah.
intentional thing from their marketing department. I think all it would take for that to happen is probably one pallet's worth of those Hogwarts Express got the wrong barcode put on it, and once it has the wrong barcode on it, somewhere in the process it gets scanned. It pops up as it doesn't even say the name for the castle. It says item number, whatever. And some guy working in the warehouse all day, who probably has earbuds in and is just doing his thing, is unloading them off the pallet and putting them into shipping boxes, and they get sent off. And they're not really looking at it or thinking about it, and they probably see stuff that hasn't even been released or revealed all the time. So they don't think, oh, this set hasn't been released yet. This isn't right, and it just gets put in a box and sent out.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Definitely not by design. I
No.
think that's definitely by mistake.
But yeah, I'd wager it's probably at least a pallet's worth of that train. I don't know how big the box is, but that's probably at least 50 to 100 of that set.
I'm not sure about pallet size over here, but I just know over in Europe, at least, when I was unloading pallets, bringing inventory into the store, that it was like anywhere from 12 to 20 sets, depends on the size.
Did you
of the
work
set.
at a Lego store in Germany?
Yeah, that's where I've been
Okay,
in the
cool.
past year. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
ever since I
you're
was
still
last
working
year.
there?
No, not officially
Oh,
anymore.
okay.
But like the past year, ever since I was last year at the store. Well, I was here in June as well, but since last year when I was here at the store, I've been at the Lego store. So.
Oh wow!
Awesome.
Did you work at the Lego store in the U.S. when you were here?
No, did not.
No, okay.
No.
It'd be interesting to hear the comparison there, but that's a story for another time.
Yep, definitely.
I do have some big news. Sunday, which was the last day of Brick Fair, was Daniel's birthday. Happy birthday, Daniel!
Really?
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Birthday, yeah.
And Daniel was out of town. I'll have to remind Angie. I don't think we got you a cake because you kind of
Well, I wasn't here on my
skipped
birthday.
it. So,
That's okay.
I got Daniel a birthday present that
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure
he
he
did.
appreciated.
Yeah, it was great.
I would have.
And he got this on his birthday.
That's true. That was
That's
my real.
awesome.
That was my real birthday present.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, very good. That's a great birthday.
That was
You're
good.
old enough to drive now,
Yeah. Well,
and
old
that's
enough.
why you were late.
Old
work
enough
today.
to drive
Oh,
with
yeah.
with lower insurance. I'll put it that way. Lower insurance rates. I can rent a car too. That is another milestone.
Morgan and Brick Virus and Ray and Brick Lawyer, everybody's saying happy birthday now.
Oh, thank you, everybody.
What else have you got for us?
You want to do one?
I've got something. I'm not sure if you heard about this, and I was actually going to talk to Daniel about this in the car over here. Did you hear about AT-ATs being faked now in the factories?
No, please
No?
explain.
So I heard from a very good source at Brick Fair that apparently in similar fashion to the Deadpool minifigures where they just simply, take the print or take the design and make new ones on, existing Lego pieces. Apparently they're making more and more AT-ATs over in China. And they're like selling them, by the pallet to people and bringing them over.
I did hear about this.
Okay.
I
And
heard
I'm pretty
about
sure
them
you know
coming in.
who it was coming from.
No, I
Okay.
don't. But I did hear about them coming into the U.S.
Okay.
And so they're Lego.
Yeah, they're Lego. They're
Yeah.
they're officially made, except they're not officially made. Like they're made in factories that are Lego owned. They're Lego pieces, so you don't have to worry about getting fake Lego pieces in your
Yeah.
sets, but you're getting an AT-AT that was like officially not registered or like not like
Yeah.
asked to be made or
Unauthorized, I think, is the word
unauthorized.
that's been floating around a
Yeah.
little bit, especially with these minifigs.
So the guy who was telling me this said that apparently there's no difference except the shipping box doesn't have a label on it.
I'm not sure about that part.
Yeah.
I just know that
Those all each come in their own individual shipping boxes.
right. Yeah, you're talking about the white label. That's
Yeah,
on the
that
side?
white label.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that's what he was talking about. He said something about them not having a label on them.
Probably just not to
And
register.
the box
yeah.
itself does not have a label. So he must have been talking about the shipping box.
Right.
So that's insane.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Interesting.
I can't believe that. That's something that big
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah.
slip out of a factory. That's somebody should get fired over
It
that.
doesn't sound like it's slipping.
Somebody has to manage that a little better. Which factory was it? Did you hear?
I'm not sure what factory. I just heard it was one of the factories that were in China.
Wow.
And then I heard that there was specifically anywhere from 100 to 120 of them that were sold for like 12 grand. So you're basically paying like
Whoa.
$100 per AT-AT to
Oh my gosh.
obviously to a person like that's going to now resell them.
Right. Yeah.
But and then that person who I found this information from, I'm just gonna not say it just because
Yeah, don't say
I don't
it, don't
I
say it.
want to be
You
respectful,
tell me
obviously.
later.
Interesting enough, like he was offered those AT-ATs, but was offered them for like 80 grand, and then which is like MSRP. It's like, where's the profit that you can make from
Yeah.
that? But like, I was just surprised to think that there's somebody in a factory that's making these and now selling them for literally $100. Like that's nuts to me.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, I mean,
Like, I mean, if you were like a
Leppen
little bit
costs
smarter,
more than that.
yeah, literally.
That's good.
So I'm not sure how big of a problem it is. I just know that at least over 100 of them have been now faked. Probably even more than that. So we'll see.
Yeah. T. Valkyrie says industrial espionage. Morgan wants to know if an unauthorized Luke's lightsaber comes with those.
which would also sink the price of those. Yeah, that would be
I don't,
interesting.
honestly though, I don't think you're going to see the price of AT-ATs go down at all. Because
No,
of
not
this.
majorly,
There's
at
no
least.
way they could have done enough to actually make a difference.
No.
For one. Number two, there's a retail price for Lego pieces alone, and so those AT-ATs aren't overpriced. They're
No,
right
under-
where they're supposed to be.
Right, yeah.
10
If
cents
anything,
a piece.
Yeah, if anything, like buying them for $100 is literally paying cheap, for
Yeah,
for like
yeah.
something that's worth a ton of money. Just if you parted it out.
Whoever bought them got a good deal, and then they will resell them. But after those are gone, I mean, you're not going to see the price of those go down like
Well,
you would
they'll go back up.
minifigures.
That
Yeah.
any enhanced value on that is artificial and fleeting. Because that set is slated now to come out as soon as September, is what the rumors are. So then they should be available really to anybody for the retail price. So if somebody's trying to make extra money on it, they don't have very long to do it.
And I'll just mention, because that same person who mentioned that with the AT-ATs also mentioned this in general at Brick Fair. And I'm not sure, I want to hear your take on this, because you had a booth and everything there too. Apparently sellers or vendors, or some vendors, are a bit uneasy when it comes to minifigures for the foreseeable future. I'm not sure it's because of the Bricklink emails or just in general like where the market is heading when it comes to minifigures. But like that person in particular was telling me that like he wants to get out of the minifigure business.
Okay, if it's the same person, I'm thinking
fairly
about.
certain. Yeah, I'm fairly certain. Yeah.
He's been saying
I
that
know,
for
yeah, yeah.
like 10
couple-
years.
Right.
So
Right,
there's
yeah.
there's nothing there.
I know, because I went around and asked other vendors, and I was just like, I don't see, like they were telling me like, what this
Yeah.
is, this is crap. What are
No,
you talking
most
about?
of those vendors are not like they're taking bulk figures out of a bag that they bought on eBay or someplace, and they're
Right.
putting them on their shelves, and they're not checking they're not checking condition.
No,
They're
no.
just throwing them out there. They're pricing based on the market, but then the really some of those rare figures like the Han that you got,
Yeah.
they don't know the difference. It looks like the $6 Han, but it's actually the $80 Han.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They know enough to be dangerous and to make money and to sell minifigures, but
I
they're
picked
not
up figs
they're
off
not
one of those.
necessarily experts.
I picked up figs
Yeah.
off of one of those, and one of them had a cracked arm, missing accessory. It was.
Yeah.
I asked for a discount for it. 'cause
Yeah,
I
and
don't think that's right.
That's one of the reasons why we stopped selling the minifigures there, because we'd be asked, our figures, we spend a lot of time on them and make sure they're in good condition. And then somebody else is selling the same minifigure for the same price we are, but it's got bite marks in it, you know? And then, somebody might say, oh, I bought this minifigure from you guys at a convention and it's got bite marks in it. It's like,
I don't see that.
I doubt that.
Yeah.
yeah, I doubt that. You probably bought it from somebody else.
I think I've had that maybe even once, and that was like 2015 or 2017.
So
something like
I
that,
wouldn't get really information like that.
Yeah, no. of
Like
course not.
as far as speculative information.
It's just
from,
interesting to like know
from
from
another
other people.
dealer at a convention.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just one person that I heard it from, and again, I went around and sort of asked people in like a vague way, like, "Hey, what's it looking like, figure-wise
Yeah.
for you guys?" And they're like, "Oh, it's growing great, like it just keeps going up at times, and then you've obviously got your swings, but besides that, it's pretty much as normal. It's been like how it has been for the past 10 years." So that's why I was just curious to know if you had heard it from anybody else, but
Yeah, I
I'm
heard
fairly
it.
certain it was sort
I
of
heard
just
it,
BS.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Were they talking about getting out of the minifigure game altogether, or like just at conventions?
just it seems like altogether, which makes like to me it's
Okay.
just like a not a good move. Like I don't know why
So
would you
I've
do
I've
that.
heard that from at least the minifigure sellers for the past at least 6 years from both of them, and it's just like they still haven't done it, and they've told me I'm gonna sell you everything, and it's like yeah, whatever,
Anytime.
whenever. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
So-
Because you got out of doing it for conventions, at least a couple of years ago?
2 years ago,
Yeah.
yeah. So when we started selling online.
Right.
So, and T Valkyrie says that's why I buy my minifigures from ABC. Thanks, T Valkyrie. And let's see. Ray says it's 74 degrees in Amarillo, Texas. It's going to be around 90 later this afternoon. It's about the same here. It was 70 degrees this morning. It was actually cool. It felt awesome.
Yeah.
And then it'll be about 86 here today. So if you're wondering.
No matter the temperature, I'm just gonna keep wearing hoodies. So
It's usually pretty cool here in the store. We keep the AC cranked.
Yeah. What other Lego news do you have for us?
There is a announcement coming soon. This was an announcement about the announcement of a new Lego movie that's supposed to be coming out, and this one will be produced by Universal. Supposedly their contract deal talks, whatever, have ended with Warner Brothers, who produced the first two Lego movies, the Lego Batman and Lego Ninjago movies, at least. Yeah. So they're going a different direction with Universal. There's really nothing else we know about it other than that there is an announcement pending. I don't know what information we'll get from that, if it's a title or a theme or what. But
that's kind of like Star Wars. I'm going to go see it no matter how good or bad it is.
Exactly.
And the same thing with the Lego movies. I'll go see it no matter how good or bad it is. But every Lego movie has been gold.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I love them. So
Yeah.
I hope they don't change too
Hopefully,
much.
yeah. Hopefully things won't change too much with Universal, but we will see what happens.
unfortunately, I've not seen the Ninjago one yet. So that's the only one that's missing on my list. I know.
Oh,
I've
man,
been
that was
meaning,
such a good movie.
I've been meaning to get it down, like to just watch it, but like I haven't gotten to it yet. But
And the
among
Lego
ones-
Ninjago movie sets are appreciating pretty well.
Yeah,
However, the Lego movie sets are still kind of like,
I mean, especially like Lego Movie 2. You know, like those sets
Oh,
are
yeah,
just
Lego
in
Movie 2
such
is
like
well.
high stock. There's like
Yeah.
high stockpiles and people that just have so many of them because they were heavily discounted. So,
But even going back to Clutch Powers,
oh,
that was
such a good one.
There's a throwback.
such a good movie. I'll watch that anytime. That's right up my
That's
alley.
such a
I wish they
classic.
would do more movies like that. In fact, why not just make more Clutch Powers movies? Make it a series.
Yeah.
Go to where he visits the different universes and.
That first one was such a good one to see as a kid.
Yeah.
I remember like seeing that. I was just
Explore the
amazed by all
backstories,
different
the
themes, yeah.
adventures, all their own IP, which includes Ninjago, and Chima, and Nexonites. I mean, all of it.
Lego does
So
still at
good.
least acknowledge that Clutch Powers exists. I mean, they had the minifigure that was Clutch Powers in a Ninjago set or something.
Yeah.
But
That's right.
That was cool.
I just want an official like Clutch Powers minifig, polybag, set something.
right,
Just
one that
because,
really
like,
looked like
just
the
like
original
an,
one.
an
yeah.
actual.
Well,
'cause
it's
it
kind of
was-
like Time
That guy
Cruisers.
just had like a vest with like CP initials on it or something.
Yeah.
What Time Cruisers did is they kind of mixed like all the themes together, and that's what the Clutch Powers movie did, and that's what the Lego movie did too. Just mixed all the themes together.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a common thing that Lego does. I mean, it's a universal play. So to mix them all together like that, but more go into the classics, because Clutch Powers did that. They went to the Power Miners, the castle,
Yep.
city. It was so great.
Very good. Very good.
What else have you got?
Let's see. There is the Pirates VIP. It's like a parts pack that you can get as a gift with purchase right now, I think, for spending $50. It's kind of like those. They did the things called extra packs for a while, where it was just like a handful of pieces kind of centered around a theme. This looks very similar to that, but it's branded as a VIP pack instead, so they changed the name of it for some reason. But it is a gift with purchase. You can get it for $50. It comes with a bunch of cool Pirates pieces.
Also, the yellow cat, and Morgan mentioned this earlier on the chat, is the Walmart Yellow Castle
This was the last
90th
thing I had.
anniversary exclusive,
Mm-hmm.
which is really interesting because it's Walmart,
Yep.
you know? And so it's almost like a gift with purchase through Walmart. That's exactly what it is.
Yep.
And I think it's now through the end of August, August 28th,
That sounds right.
26th, something
Let's
like
see, let
that.
me pull it up here.
And it's, unfortunately, you have to spend $50 to get it, but it's just,
On qualifying Lego sets, asterisk.
which means no clearance.
Yep.
And it's just meh.
Now until August
It's-
24th. Then you have to upload your receipt from Walmart to a dedicated page by August 31st. Let's see what other contingencies. It's going to be difficult to get.
It's not exciting to me because it's just like a tiny little, it's like this big. And the only thing special about it is like a 90th anniversary tile.
Yeah.
Looks like
just
it's on a,
nostalgic.
looks like it's on a 12 by 12 base.
Okay.
And yeah, I cannot tell if the 90 years Nexo Knight shield is printed or stickered. The fact that it's a Nexo shield is already great. But
That's funny.
yeah, here I'll show it off. Because I had seen like one picture of this yesterday, and I guess only this morning they officially revealed it. But for the people who were, hoping for at least one more 90-year anniversary thing, this may be it.
Grumpy J's dropping the Nexo Knight emojis.
There it is. Yep, go figure.
Yeah.
Now, another interesting thing. Let's see. Is today the 10th? Yes, today's the 10th. Today is officially the 90th anniversary day. Today is the day.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, wow.
various activities for the 90 years of play, World Play Day celebration. Let's see. I don't know if they're probably doing some activities and things. I think today is one of the days you can go into Lego stores and get that. Supposedly do that red brick, little 2x2 brick
right.
build. I think that's today and tomorrow.
They had that in July, and then they brought that back then here for today. Yeah,
Yep.
That's right.
And if you go into the Lego store, I don't know. There could be other activities to do or
Ray
collectibles to get.
Ray is saying, I have a question about the points you get with the Lego card. If you haven't used any points in 4 years, how many points do you think I have?
You have 0.
Is that like
Goose egg.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Man,
So what
that
will happen
sucks.
is like you'll collect points for 2 years, or like let's say I make a purchase today at the Lego store.
Mm-hmm.
Those points will be good for 2 years, and then they're erased.
From the date that they were acquired. Yep.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if some of those points were within the last 2 years, you could maybe still have some. But if they were all acquired over 2 years ago, they would probably all be gone.
That's right.
So John K is saying that he has seen a couple of the AT-ATs on Facebook Marketplace for $200 and assumed it was a scam.
Wait,
Because there are all
AT-ATs or ATTEs?
Yeah.
AT-ATs.
AT-ATs.
Oh, okay.
That was the one that was counterfeit.
I was thinking
but
ATTEs.
It's
my
counterfeit, but it's not counterfeit. I mean, it's really
Gotcha.
odd, unauthorized.
I mean, it depends on how you look
Yeah.
at it. Like, they're Lego pieces.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
they're official like Lego sets. It's not authorized by Lego. So it's sort of like
Okay.
getting the Hogwarts Express
Yeah.
early, So in this case, you gotta sort of like look at it as, hey, do you want that set for $200 instead of $800, or do you want to do the right thing and then buy the set from Lego? I mean, I really see it as like, if you buy it, it's not going to be that big of a deal. If you don't buy it, the next person will. So.
Well, so what Lego is doing with Bricklink is they're saying if you have bought these unauthorized figures, you're not allowed to resell them on Bricklink. And they are going after people trying to resell them. And there is a liability there because we can't buy stolen product. We can get in trouble for buying stolen product.
Right.
Yeah.
So as a buyer, it's buyer beware. You can't knowingly buy stolen product. One of those thresholds is how much you pay for an item. So if you buy something for like less than 50% of its value, that's a brand new retail item. Chances are you're paying too little, and you're buying a stolen product.
Yeah.
Whereas if you
it's
buy
too good to be
50% or
true, it
more-
probably is.
Yeah.
That's a
So
age-old
yes,
saying.
so you could get in trouble for buying one off Facebook Marketplace, but you're probably not. You're
yeah.
probably not. Gonna
Lego
get
doesn't
in
really have any control over that.
Yeah, or the local police. They have no. They just. It's just not enough money for anybody to really care.
Now the Lego police, on the other hand, they could be knocking on your door.
Yeah, yeah.
It's also weird because I deal in a lot of bulk over in Europe, so it comes to like not just pieces but also bulk minifigs. So for me, as someone who's able to get real bulk minifigures and then to sort of be looked at as, hey, you have bulk minifigures, are you sure those are real? It's like, yeah, I'm very, very fairly certain that those are real minifigs. It's kind of like, all right, well, now that I have those bulk minifigs, how do I get rid of them? Because like, now it's looked upon as fake. And I'm hoping Lego will like fix that problem because like,
Ooh, yeah.
do you see what I mean?
Yeah,
Because like if you're trying to move,
you're in a tough situation.
so
there.
for example,
Yeah.
if you have 10 pre-visuals, let's just put that out there. Obviously the cape is a little bit harder to fake, but the print, somebody takes that and looks at it, it's like, well, that might be fake. It's like, no, those are really acquired pre-visual minifigures.
I don't think 10 is going to
Yeah.
raise eyebrows. I think
Still.
10 is not 100.
So when they were selling that
Right.
that Deadpool,
Right.
I heard the guy who got kicked off Bricklink for selling the Luke and C-3PO was the same guy that had those Deadpools.
Mhm.
But what he was doing is he was listing 100 of them at a time. So he wasn't going out there and blasting thousands of them out there.
Right.
But
100 is still a lot.
apparently it was thousands of these Lukes and R2D2s. So
Mm-hmm.
he would have messed up by doing that.
Interesting.
Well, I think we mentioned this before. Now that Lego owns Bricklink, and Lego as a company knows how to deal with big data, they're not still purging all this data after 6 months the way Bricklink used to do. There's no way. They're keeping this stuff around. Even if you were to list minifigures 5 or 10 at a time, but they could see your entire history that you've sold hundreds or thousands of them, they're gonna come after you.
You're right, but this has been going on for years and years and years.
Right. Well,
and it
well
drives
before
me
Lego owned
crazy because it artificially changes the price of minifigures.
Right.
So
Well, I mean, that's also been done for a while now. But
with
yeah.
Deadpool should probably be over $100 minifigure, but he's actually stayed right at $40 over the past 4 years because of the counterfeit ones coming out of China. And so that really frustrates me. And it's like, I knew this was going on, and I'm a nobody. And Lego has access to all this data. Why don't they do something about it? Stop
Yeah.
it. It's frustrating.
Well, they probably had other things to worry about when they first bought Bricklink, and now they can kind of
Hopefully
fix that kind of
they
stuff.
do start enforcing some of that stuff. So Walmart's doing the Yellow Castle gift with purchase, and Target is now giving real Lego VIP
That's
points for
right.
purchases.
forgot
Isn't that
about
cool?
Yeah.
Really?
So with Target, actually, you can get 5% on your red card,
Right.
and then you can get VIP points.
The
on your
points
purchases.
are reduced.
Oh, really?
They are less than regular. I think
Oh,
Lego,
wow.
it's what, like 6 points to the US dollar?
I thought it was 5.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like 1 point to the US dollar
Okay.
at Target.
So that makes sense
to
with the
compensate
5% red
because
card. Okay.
yeah, if you had a red card
Yep.
or coupons or whatever
So
else.
you need to spend $750 to get $5 in points.
Yeah, I guess so.
Interesting.
It's
Okay.
not much, but
It's
you know,
still interesting.
if you shop at Target
Yeah.
a lot, if that's your primary source of Lego, I'm sure you'll be happy to
Yeah.
be getting something back for it.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means you get what, like 60 or 0.65%?
Yeah, that's right. That sounds right.
Hey, how did Whatnot go last night?
Well, that was pretty good. It was Ed and I. We were doing superhero stuff, so we had a whole bunch of DC and Marvel sets. So we sold all that stuff off. Had a lot of giveaways last night. That was pretty good.
Good.
And then next week we'll probably do Star Wars because the shelf is overflowing. So.
Real okay. Anything exciting happened last night?
Anything exciting happened last night? What do you mean, like
Well, I don't know, what was
selling your personal belongings?
Not mine, but Mark's maybe,
Oh,
or
well, I
yours,
don't
maybe
know.
your
It's kinda-
shoes or
It's
something.
kind of both of you. You remember? Did you notice anything missing in the
did
back
not,
room
no.
today?
I came
Oh.
straight in and set up the.
Well, there was
camera.
a certain item that had been hung up on the wall that I know that lots of people were very fond of in a sort of weird way. That Baby Yoda with it's like a diaper made out of tape or something. His crotch is all ripped open, and there was a Mark minifigure inside of it.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
Yeah, I sold that off.
So that came from our claw machine.
Oh, it was a claw machine toy?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think it's like one of those unauthorized Baby Yodas. So he was kind of goofy looking, but people still liked him a lot. Yeah, I can't remember how that came about, but
Before I worked here.
with it had a hole ripped in it, and Mark's minifigure was stuffed inside, almost like he was giving birth to him, and then
Yeah,
clear tape
that's one
was
way to
put
put it.
over it. So it was just really weird looking.
Yeah. People
just
always liked seeing it around the stores.
Weird,
so it will
weird,
be
but
no more.
awesome. So that was we're gonna have to replace that. No.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
Something
Tauntaun moment,
else.
like you stuff Luke down the Tauntaun.
There you go.
Cyberpunk
Yeah.
moment
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what'd you get for that?
I don't know. It was at least like $30 or something.
Okay, well that's a good deal because
Yeah.
Mark's minifigure's 20.
That's what I started it at. I
Yeah.
started it at the price of just the minifigure.
That's pretty good. Let's see.
All right, let's see. So we got Morgan updated us early on before you guys got here on the Minifigure Factory. He got his minifigure, and he said
okay.
that he what he chose to put on it was a little bit too much, and it's too small to see. So on the screen it looks bigger because it's on your computer screen.
And it's high resolution.
And
I'm
high
sure.
resolution.
Yeah.
So whatever you do, think about it in that little tiny minifigure size.
Yeah.
And then that's
Keep
what
it
you're gonna
simple.
get. Yeah. So
Good to know.
do you guys
Now
have
is
the
that-
Minifigure Factory thing going on in Europe?
We do. Yeah,
Okay.
we do. I mean, we have it in Berlin, I think, and then. I
Well,
wanna
this
say-
is online.
Oh, this is online.
Yeah, this is
I think
new.
we also have it online. I haven't tried it out. Online.
Okay.
I've only
Okay.
tried it
So-
out in store, but no, I haven't tried it out online yet.
Yeah, they launched it in beta, and I think it was up for maybe a day before they shut it down because they probably got too many orders.
Mhm.
But yeah, Morgan managed to get one, so he got his shipped to him.
And then let's see. There was one more thing I wanted to talk about here. Let's see. Oh, ABC Con coming up in February. So we were talking about this at Brick Fair a lot. A lot of lug groups, it sounds like, are going to be coming to ABC Con. Hopefully, we're going to make it a 5-day A
It's a
full
little
convention.
redundant, isn't it? Is that like an ATM machine or a PIN number? ABC Con, Atlanta Brick Con.
All right, you went over my head.
Okay.
But
The acronym is Atlanta Brick Con, and you're saying ABC Con.
Oh,
So it's like
I
a
gotcha. I gotcha.
ATM machine or PIN
AB
number.
Con.
Yeah,
AB Con.
AB Con. There you
Yeah,
go.
Atlanta Brick Con. Yeah. So no, I got you now. Yeah. So, but what the difference is when you won this Bricky, you won this, and that's cool. That's great. But at AB Con, you'll be
could say
Yeah,
getting
get used to it. Get
I
used
don't
to it.
care.
All
you'll
good.
be getting some type of trophy like this. It sounds like, but also store credit potentially to Atlanta Brick Co. Like
Oh.
a significant amount of store credit,
Prize money.
or even potentially cash for winning
Whoa.
awards. It's all
This is part of
potential.
a-
It's not 100% yet.
It's in the works right now.
But it's in the works, and there's going to be real incentives to come display at AVCon.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it sounds like it's shaping out to be an extremely good convention.
Yeah.
So, and I do know that Mark is going to be there.
Do you have the dates on that
So,
again?
sometime in February. I think it's February 16th.
Tail end of February, mid February.
Yeah, I don't know if he has updated the website for it yet or not.
Okay.
But it's
Is
coming
he
soon.
making a new website for it?
Well,
You mean update for the date?
Atlanta BrickCon, I'm assuming he had a website last year for it, so I don't know if he's updated it for this year yet.
Gotcha.
But the dates are probably on there because he's already rented the hall, and it's a much, much bigger hall than last year.
What would you compare it to, like Brick Fair, Virginia?
I would compare it to Brick Fair, Alabama.
Brick Fair, Alabama. Okay, so about that size. All right.
Yeah, but
That's
we're-
still that's pretty large though.
Yeah.
still.
Oh yeah, Brick Fair, Alabama is a lot of fun.
Mhm.
So
I haven't been in several years, but hoping to make it out there one day.
Not this year.
Yeah, and even to ABCon, that is. That'll be interesting because for me, it's only a direct flight from Munich to Atlanta. So
There you go.
might come out for that too.
Well, you could have flown direct to Dulles, I would imagine.
No,
But you
that
wanted
was
to
that was
stop in
interesting.
here?
No, that
Oh,
was
okay.
interesting. Like if you fly from Munich directly to Dulles, it was gonna be like 2,000.
Whoa.
Yeah, and through here it was like 1,100 for me,
Wow.
which is still the most priciest ticket
That's
that
a
I've
lot.
ever bought. But like still, yeah, still a lot.
big savings.
That was round trip or?
That was round trip.
Okay.
What airline was that on?
Delta.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I had a talk with somebody about that who works there at Delta. I was just like, oh, this is a bit pricey. You know?
There are a lot of those around here. A lot of Delta employees.
Yeah. I do try to book on Delta though because they are better to work with if something were to happen.
Mhm.
They actually have customer support that is willing to help you.
That's
you
good.
know. Do you guys have anything else this morning?
That was all I had.
That's basically everything in my book. Yeah.
Anything else in the comments?
Any parting words, Noah?
Any parting words? I just so happened to have Atlanta Brick Co. watch on, that I bought for Brick
Oh,
Co.
nice.
Oh.
Which one is that?
Brickle
The,
Chicago?
the Cyclone or the Time Cruiser?
That is, I assume it is the Time Cruiser. It's the usual
I think
system.
that was
one.
time
Mhm.
cruiser, the colorful one.
That
yeah.
looks good. That's an adult watch, so
Mhm.
it looks really good on your wrist. I noticed it yesterday, and I didn't recognize it as being one of the ones we were selling.
Yeah, no.
So it's because you can customize them and make them look like anything you want.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
if
No,
you-
at Brickworld Chicago, I went by with two of my friends, and I bought us.
That's right.
I bought us
That's
all watches.
got 'em.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And so, yeah,
That's
no,
cool.
it's been nice. I went back to Germany, and I remember being in college classes, and some people were looking at it like, "Is that a Lego watch?" And I said, "Yes." And it's for my good
is.
people over at Atlanta BrickCon. They're like, "Could you get me one the next time you're over there?" I'm like, "Sure."
That-
So,
Hey, you
You
can
know.
buy them online. We ship international.
Mhm.
yeah,
Just
the only
saying.
thing is like we pay like 19%
Oh,
when we
okay.
tax on top of it when we bring it in. So
Gotcha.
you know, but no, it's a great watch and something that's just fun to carry. So,
Keller Hammer is asking if I'm a watch wearer, and no, I'm not. I would love to wear one. I got into the Lego watches when I did a podcast with Steven about his watch collection. And then that's what motivated me to get these new old stock watches. I love them. I love watches in general. I love jewelry in general. I love jewelry. I cannot wear any of it. I'm a really active person. I'm moving around a lot. That watch wouldn't last a week on my wrist. It would get destroyed. I had a
Interesting.
brand new T-shirt on the other day for Brick Fair, and I put a hole in it. And these are good quality shirts, and I put a hole in it that day.
What are you doing?
Ah,
Shoving pens in your pocket or something?
I am a mover and a shaker.
All right.
Fazoom just jumped on. Yeah, I'm late. Sorry, work and stuff. Work over the morning brick. Fazoom, you got to get your priorities
It's
straight.
10:30 on a Wednesday, Chris.
And Fazoom, we missed you at Brick Fair, Virginia. You would have liked it a lot. It was awesome.
Yep. I don't think there were any Peach Lug guys there, but that's all right. We missed them.
Oh,
We'll catch them at the next one.
Contra Brick says Jay was glad you didn't twist your foot on that jumping thing.
Oh yeah. No, but the first time I did do a pretty good face plant into one of them. I was glad I didn't break my glasses. Honestly, I should have taken those off.
Yeah. We did a live stream at Brick Fair, Virginia last Friday, and if
Forgot
it got
about
up to 50 likes, Daniel was going to go on the jumpy thing, which is these big
It's like
balls.
from the show Wipeout.
Yeah.
It's like the big red
It's
balls.
4 big red balls, and you're trying to jump across all 4 of them. The first time, Daniel got over 2 of them and then just bit it.
Yeah.
On that
Oh, yeah.
last one.
Oh, man.
Like face first,
Well,
right?
because I think I was picturing like the Wipeout balls, which they're bouncy, but they're more firm. Whereas since this was an inflatable, you step on it and it indents right in. So you just kind of you lose your verticality and
They
just
were-
sort of start going down.
Now the second try, he did make it, but
I was astonished. I thought
there
it was
were a
not.
lot of little kids on it, and it was like, okay, look, hey kids, time to move out of the way.
Yeah,
It's time
excuse
for
us.
an
We got
adult
some
to
adults.
try this. But you could actually go back and watch that. It's on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
can go back and watch it. It's the live stream tour. It's at the end of the live stream tour.
The kids were doing better because they could just like float across the top.
Well, it's because
of them.
they're lighter,
Yeah,
yeah.
I sank right
Yeah, the
into
bigger
it.
you are, the harder you fall.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and Daniel, you're a big guy. So,
Yeah, I'm real big
Yeah.
guy. Yep.
um,
It's because I eat my vegetables.
yeah, you drink your V8.
Now I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Somebody said we need to get Mark some vegetables into his system over the next month.
Well, he gets on his McDonald's burgers. I think there's onions on them.
Oh, yeah,
Little
okay.
cut up onions.
Yeah.
I mean,
Um,
but these are McDonald's onions, so
Yeah.
come on, we need to get some.
Yeah,
I think we need to get some carrots.
Pizza has tomato sauce in it.
we are.
Oh no, wait, tomato's a fruit. Never mind.
We're getting ready to tune off, but tune in this Friday or next Friday for the Between the Studs Brick Fair recap. We would talk about Brick Fair more here if we could, but we talked about it for like an hour and 20 minutes yesterday.
There's so
and
much
it
to
was
talk about
good.
already,
It was
like,
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
We really
we'll
got a
have
lot
to get
in
that
there.
video edited though, and hopefully get it up by Friday.
we'll see. Mark's off today. He had a really important thing to do today.
Gotcha.
So,
Well, oh, I think I know what it is. Is it
Yeah.
building Lego?
no, it's
Oh, okay.
getting more shelves for his Lego collection.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Is it going out to, is it
At
going out to
IKEA.
IKEA?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That is a day
Yeah.
trip.
And then tune in tomorrow night for Thursday night, the Joy of Building with Steven Erickson. Maybe Noah could do it with him. Noah might like that.
It's been a
That'd be
while
down
since
with
we've
that.
had a guest host.
Yeah.
Joe's gotten a pretty. It started out with guest hosts, and now Joe just does it every week.
Yeah.
We need to get more of a rotation in.
Yeah. And Marvel Kid's just tuning in here. Hey, Marvel Kid. All right. Thank you, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night on the Joy of Building, hopefully.
Good to see everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I
Have a good day.
All right, see you.
think you got a good one.
Oh, yeah. I got to walk over here.
Did you get it?
No, not yet. We're still.
Oh, great.
We're still live.
High production
All right,
quality
say
here.
bye, guys.
See you, everybody.
See ya.